Welcome to Positive Energy with Crystals. My name's Hillary, and today I'm going to do a crystal haul. And I think this is the very first time I haven't started off a crystal haul video where I was super hyper. I'll get into all of it here in a little bit, but this haul came from a place called Craig's Emporium in Oklahoma City. My husband and I were on just a little short weekend right before Christmas trip, and we all of a sudden realized we needed some crystals, and I didn't have them on me. So I've also decided, I have my travel crystals that I've done a video for. You can go check that out. But those are for travel. I need like a set of crystals for just a general, just in case. And I'm totally fine with that. That might mean more crystal shopping, and I will take that task on very seriously. So anyway, so we were near Oklahoma City, and so I googled a metaphysical store nearby, and I totally forgot that Craig's Emporium was in Oklahoma City. And so when we were driving through to the next town we were going to, we stopped. And okay, I followed Craig's Emporium on, I think, Instagram for quite a while. And I want to say this nicely. It's not what I thought. It's a great store, but there's too much. Let's do the crystals real quick before my incense burns out. I'll blow it away a little bit. Because I definitely, I always cleanse my crystals, new crystals when I get them. And I try to do it on video, but I haven't here lately just because it's just a real quick thing, but that I kind of do off camera and when I'm doing some other stuff. But this one is intentionally, these crystals I feel like need cleansed. So let's go through the crystals, and then I'll tell you why I'm not hyper. So the purpose of the crystals we were wanting were for some manifestation stuff. So let's start with this. Earlier this year, I found out goldstone is my new favorite manifestation crystal, and I found these earrings, and I thought goldstone earrings are a great idea anyway, so I got them. They're super light too. I really like them. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a little bit because when I put the crystal over the incense, you're a little too close. Okay, and then we found this green aventurine in like there's a whole bunch of crystals in it, and I know what it is, and it's got the I don't think it's going to show up on camera. It's got the little sparkly that green aventurine has. I wonder if this one shows. No, we'll get to that one in a little bit. But it's green aventurine. And so we definitely wanted green aventurine for our little manifestation thing we were doing while we were traveling. I'll go ahead and do this one. And then later we found this bigger piece. And now when I was thinking about what to get, I was trying to think of what I had at home too, because I didn't want to buy a bunch that I had a whole bunch at home anyway. I wanted something kind of a little bit unique, or something a little different, like the goldstone earrings. I've got a bunch of goldstone. I didn't really need more goldstone, but the goldstone earrings were unique and good. So when I did that my green aventurine video, was it last year? I think it was last year, I didn't really connect to it. Now, I've used green aventurine in manifestation work for a long, long time, and I like it for that. I just didn't like it. It's not that I didn't like it, I just didn't feel much when I was carrying it on me. But I also don't have like much of this, just like the green aventurine, like, what am I trying to say? This darker, more real color. Mine were really, really light, or I've got a piece that's really, really dark. And so this is kind of the what green aventurine mostly looks like. So I was good with getting 2 pieces of green aventurine. All of my green aventurine 2 were smaller than this piece, so it was, you know, unique to my collection. Both those were. We were looking at all the pyrite, and I have to say their pyrite was a little expensive, but this piece is so cool. Look at that. Isn't that, it's got the 2 cubes like stuck together or forming in each other. Focus on the crystal, not my fingernails. I've got quite, well, not a whole bunch of pyrite, but I really like unique pyrite, and this one is very unique. I can't stop looking at it. Okay, keep going. Another, now I've shown green goldstone. Come on, sparkle. Show the sparkle. It's not going to show the sparkle. Kind of. I've shown, just this summer, I got more green goldstone, but they were, I think it was just a smaller piece. And so I got more. Oh, there you go. That one. You can, oh. I guess it wants to focus on both of them. Anyway. I had got small pieces, and now I don't know much about green goldstone because I just, not long before I bought the other piece, I found out that green goldstone was a thing. So I haven't researched it a lot, but I figure goldstone is now my favorite manifestation crystal, and you know, green is good for abundance and prosperity. So I thought green goldstone would probably help a lot with manifesting abundance and prosperity and all that. And that was kind of the theme of these crystals. All right, and next, which is very cool. So this is a smoky citrine, and I've worked with citrine, I think it was January this year. I worked with citrine for the month, and it's such a happy crystal. Now this one, like it's new, and I haven't really researched it much at all, but I figured it was a citrine, so it's good for, you know, manifestation work and stuff like that. This one feels different than a regular citrine. You know, that citrine, the regular citrine that I worked with in January, is that sunlight, happy, kind of encouraging energy. This one's like a more serious, get down and get to work feeling. It's still, I still like it. It's still a happy energy, but it's a little bit more serious than a regular citrine. So that, I thought that was really, really interesting. But it's super cool. Okay, so there's, let me switch stuff around here. There's my haul. Now, I don't want to say anything it's not that Craig's Emporium is a bad store. It's amazing. There is so much stuff. But that was the problem, is there was so much stuff. It was hard to see, and there were so many people. And I guess I didn't realize it was such a popular place or so busy. And that's not a bad thing. That's great for them. But I got overwhelmed. I was so overwhelmed just by the amount of stuff that was there and the amount of people that were in there. Now, we were in there on a Saturday afternoon, so that could have been a big part of it too. But I was so overwhelmed. And there was so much stuff. It was hard to see everything, especially with all the people around there too. And I just felt like I was in the way when I was trying to look at things, and people are trying to walk around. I didn't get a good look at any of the books. There was a couple crystal books I was open to find there, and I didn't even find the crystal books. I found lots of other books on other subjects, but I didn't really get to look. And then, like, their crystals were all over the place. It's in an older building, and it just keeps going back, and you keep following through. It's like maze. And so there were some crystals up front, and then there's crystals in the middle, and there's some crystals in the back, and then off to the side. It was hard to, all of these were found all over the store. And then you've got just stuff mixed in. They have anything, tarot decks and herbs, and which I didn't really get to look at because that was one of those sections where I felt like I was in the way. Like, people were trying to get by me, and so I really couldn't look. And they had tons of incenses, and incenses were another one that they had just all over the store. So it was hard to, look to see what they had. It's there's so much stuff, and it's so cool, but I couldn't see everything because there was too much stuff, and it was just too cramped. And even in their, like, in the front where they had some of the bigger crystals, they were jam-packed in these glass display cases. So even then it was kind of hard to see. And they had tons of towers. And that was one of those aisles that I felt like I was in the way, so I didn't really look. All the employees were super nice, and for the most part, they were knowledgeable about their sections that they were in. The one in the deity statue section needs to watch Essence of the Moon, Moon Scarab, Craggy Brook Witchery to learn more about Santa Muerte. She didn't give wrong information, but she kind of stumbled through it, and she had to get her phone out to Google, trying to answer some questions to another lady. So I'm glad we stopped, and I can say now that I've been to Craig's Emporium in Oklahoma City, and it's an amazing store. It's so much stuff, and I wish I had been able to actually see everything that was in the store. But I got overwhelmed, and I was done. We got my little collection here, and I forgot to mention, the lady, when she was checking us out, she asked me if there's a favorite color, and I said red. And so she came back with this really pretty reddish orange bag, like organza bag that had tassels. It was a pretty big size, and it was beautiful. And then to put my crystals in instead of like a little plastic bag, which it was great. I loved it. And then we got to the motel that night, and there was a burn hole through the middle, and my pyrite was actually starting to fall out of it. So I was really sad, and ended up throwing it away, this beautiful organza bag, just because I couldn't figure out, there was really no way to fix it. But I really liked that they were using those bags instead of little plastic bags. It was beautiful. I wish it hadn't. And it was burned through both sides. It was all the way through. So that was sad. But it was a really pretty bag. Anyway, so if you're ever in Oklahoma City, I highly recommend stopping at Craig's Emporium. But just know you'll probably get overwhelmed by the amount of stuff in the store. And if they're busy, it's definitely feel overwhelmed. So that's my haul for, I guess it was considered Christmas haul right before Christmas. And I really love my pieces, and now they're cleansed and they feel good. So I'll be wearing my earrings, and we've got plans for all this stuff. And I also need to start working on a kit of crystals to travel with for just in case moments. So that's it for now. I will see you next time.